Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every one of you guys hit that like or dislike button. Don't forget to put some motherfucking Duke Coach K full court pressure on that sub button and ring that noti bell so you can be notified via email each and every time your boy E Thriller, aka Ham Rothstein, aka the Black Picasso, because I paint these pictures so vividly on the sport of boxing and basketball whenever I feel like it. And once again, ladies and gents, fight fans, welcome back. Now, first of all, shout out to everybody that's watching this video that's live in the chat. I see ya. Also, I would like to give a shout out to all of my new and old subs. Shout out to everybody that's watching this video on the playback. Salute to the playback gang. I see you. I appreciate you for rocking with your boy E Thriller. So yeah, man, in this video, on this live stream rather, we're going to talk about the fight that just took place between Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk, I believe is his name. And first off, hats off to Usyk, man. I mean, this guy just fought a very fucking strategical fight, going up against a bigger man who had 3 belts, and he went in there. It did a good fucking job at boxing and showing them angles and giving them different looks. But I'm gonna give y'all some time to get up in the chat because I know YouTube like to take their sweet fucking time with sending these notifications out. As a matter of fact, I need to tweet this shit out. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 fucking second. Man, what a fight. What a fucking fight. Let me see here. Let me drop this link real quick. Let's see here. Post this shit on Twitter. Then I'm gonna give y'all about 1 to 2 more minutes before I go in on this goddamn fight, man. What a fight. Joshua Usyk. Recap. Link already in the chat, Poetic. Go ahead, bro. Click on that link. But yeah, man. So let's get straight to this shit. So basically, my biggest takeaway from this fight was the fact that skills paid the bills. I mean, I know it sounds cliche, but the skills paid the bills tonight. And I've always been one of those individuals who always said that hold on, you don't see the damn link? Hold on, let me drop it in the chat again. Hold on. All right, link in the chat again, bro. Link is in the chat. But yeah, I've always been one of them motherfuckers, you know, and I know I'm probably in the minority, but I never thought Anthony Joshua was this great fucking boxer. I mean, he fits the bill. He looks the part. I mean, the man is in tremendous fucking shape. You know, he's chiseled with the muscles and all of this other shit, right? But at the end of the day, Usyk, who looked like a fucking ex-porn star, went out there and did exactly what he set out to do, which was giving him angles, which was a lot of head movement, a lot of footwork movement, and he landed that straight left hook all night long. Poetic, click on the link again, bro. Click on that goddamn link. But yeah, that was my biggest takeaway from this fight, man. I just felt like AJ fought his fight. He didn't impose his physicality on Usyk. And Usyk just pretty much just danced around him all night. All fucking night. But it was a hell of a fight. Shouts out to Usyk, who won unanimously, in my honest opinion. And yeah, man, where does Anthony Joshua go from here? I mean, what does he do? Because he had a fight, a big-time money fight, set with Tyson Fury. And I'm going to ask you this, Poetic. I'm not sure if you heard me or not. But where in the fuck does Anthony Joshua go from here? Poetic.
Hey,
Can you hear
hold
me?
up.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was asking you, where does Anthony Joshua go from here after this loss?
Bro, you know I got this iPhone. Something wrong with this update. Like all of a sudden, I done updated the phone, and not the fucking volume is low on the StreamYard shit.
Ah man, I updated mine last night. My shit working
I
cool,
don't know
bro.
what the fuck is going on. What is mic mode standard? What the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck is this shit? The fuck?
I don't know, man. You need to handle that and
That's where
come back
iPhone be
in.
trying way too hard. Basic shit. I don't know what the fuck this shit is.
If you need time, bro,
Why the
just let
fuck
me
is my
know.
Bluetooth on? I haven't even turned this
I
shit
can
on.
kick you out and you can come back on later.
Fuck. Just hold
You
up.
hear
Just
me?
keep talking. Just hold up real quick.
Oh,
My
okay.
bad.
So yeah, like I was asking
Just
y'all,
mute my mic.
I asked Poetic, I'm gonna ask the chat. Where does Anthony Joshua go from here? I mean, because he had a big time fucking money fight with Tyson Fury and potentially a Deontay Wilder. But now it's back to the drawing board after his not one but second loss. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just scratching my head because this man has a lot to work on defensively because he is very flat-footed in the fucking ring. He don't really move his head, right? And although he is normally the bigger fighter and a power puncher, he was reluctant to throw that fucking straight right hand. And I just don't get it because whenever he threw it, yeah, Usyk was coming back with something over the top. But I mean, my Lord, you have to impose your will some way, one way or another, right? And especially if you're going up against a southpaw who is as skilled and seasoned as a fucking Usyk. I mean, the shit was just beautiful tonight, man. What can I say about him? I'm really looking forward to what he's going to be doing moving forward because I ain't even gonna lie to you, y'all. There's a lot of good boxers in the sport. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you got your Canelo Alvarez's. You obviously you have your Terrence Crawfords. You have your Lomachenkos. You have your motherfucking Josh Taylors. You have your Tyson Furies, right? But I'm starting to think after seeing what I saw tonight, I'm starting to think that Usyk is one of the best boxers in the sport of boxing right now. Because I mean, this dude was moving in the ring like a fucking welterweight. The dude didn't get tired, y'all. He did not get tired. And I think he is going to have a distinctive advantage over every other heavyweight he faces moving forward. As long as he stays in shape and as long as he continues to do what the fuck I just seen him do to Anthony Joshua, he can beat any one of the top dogs. And it's not that many because, in my personal opinion, it was Fury at number one. You understand what I'm saying? I had Wilder at number two. I had AJ at number three. And that was it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't really care for no fucking Dylan White. I don't care about all of these other dudes. I really don't give a fuck about them, right? But now that I just seen Usyk, I mean, I got to put him right up there in the mix when it comes to the elite heavyweight fighters. But man, what can I say about Anthony Joshua? I don't know who does he fight next? What the fuck is Eddie Hearn going to do? I can only imagine how bad Eddie Hearn is feeling at this very fucking moment because not only do you have, a relationship with Canelo, I get it, but Canelo is fighting on Showtime with his next fight. And I'm not sure if he's going to get a piece of that pie or a certain percentage, right? But the biggest fucking dude or the biggest fucking dog on his stable, his pride and joy is Anthony Joshua. Now, it's pretty damn obvious that Anthony Joshua can sell out a crowd with the best of them. Hell, he's probably number one. I mean, that shit was just electrifying tonight, right? And I would also like to say, shout out to the Zone, man, for bringing the great Roy Jones Jr. back to boxing commentary. Because, like I said during my live stream, man, on the watch party, there's a handful of people I would love to. I can just listen to them talk about boxing all day long. You got Bert Sugar, you got motherfucking Teddy Atlas, I got Roy Jones Jr. I love to hear Andre Ward talk about the sport of boxing as well. But those are my go-tos. I can listen. Oh, and Bernard Hopkins. I love B-Hop because he's very insightful, and you could tell he's really thinking about what the fuck he say before he said. You understand what I'm saying? Even if it don't hit home, he takes his time when breaking shit down, right? But those dudes, man, so shout out to the Zone because I've been trying to figure out why Roy Jones ain't calling no more fights. I mean, we know you got money. We know you're doing exhibitions. We know you really don't have to do it. But man, as a fan of the sport, the way that Roy Jones break the shit down, man, I mean, salutes to the zone for that. Salute to y'all. But back to the topic. As far as Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn, what do you do moving forward? And y'all let me know if y'all can hear me pretty damn good in the chat. But what do you do moving forward? Because it's pretty damn obvious he could employ or enforce a rematch, because I heard he had a clause in his contract stating that he can get a rematch, but I don't know if he would really want to go up against Usyk again, because I'm going to be honest. I think if they fought 10 times, AJ would lose all 10 times. I just think the skills pay the fucking bills. You understand what I'm saying? Which is why I'm leaning towards a Deontay Wilder. I mean, not a Deontay Wilder, but I'm leaning towards a Tyson Fury in his trilogy fight, even though I'm rooting for Deontay Wilder to win because I want him to knock Fury fucking head off for trying to avoid the fucking rematch, right? But at the end of the day, I gotta bet. I gotta pick with my heart. I mean, not my heart, but I gotta pick with my mind, not my heart. My heart is telling me to root for Deontay Wilder, but my mind is telling me to go with the more skillful boxer.
Give me one second.
Example of last night. Just mute yourself, Poetic. But that was a prime example of last night. I mean, tonight, right? You gotta go with the skillful boxer 9 times out of 10, man. So those are my takeaways of this fight. I would love to see what's going to happen next. So I guess we'll get a better look on what's going to happen in the heavyweight division come October. What is it? 6th, if I'm not mistaken, or October 9th. I can't fucking remember. But yeah, because the fight been pushed back so many times. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that shit, man. But yeah, let's talk about a little bit of basketball, right? Give me 1 second. So I've been sitting back, right? Just been scoping shit, the whole landscape of the NBA, right? And the biggest story in basketball as of right now in the offseason is Ben Simmons. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you guys heard this or not, and I'm just going to shift gears because sometimes I just get tired of talking about boxing all the time. So fuck it, I'm going to talk about basketball too today.
I'm ready now.
But I'm just trying to figure out exactly what in the fuck does Ben Simmons have going on? Because, I mean, my God, for a guy that can't shoot a fucking loaded shotgun, I mean, he won't even look at the fucking basket, for Christ's sakes. Who is he to make these kind of demands and saying, I ain't going to show up or I ain't doing X, Y, and Z when everybody in their fucking mama know, especially the city in the fucking state of Philadelphia, everybody know that you are the fucking reason that those dudes lost in the playoffs this year because you can't fucking shoot. Scratch that. You won't shoot because I've seen you shoot in the summer. I've seen you shoot on Instagram, planning fucking open gym runs. I mean, you was dropping draws with the best of them. But whenever it comes to an in-game situation, far be it for, I mean, if you ask Ben Simmons to look and shoot at the goal, it's like you're asking to fuck his mama. I just don't get it. Poetic, can you please help me out with this shit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
Hey, yo, bro, you sound like shit right now. So you might want to click out and come back in, bro. You sound like shit. But yeah, man. So I'm just sitting up here trying to figure out who does Ben Simmons think he is, man? Because I'm going to be honest. Everybody keeps saying he's this great player and wherever he goes, he can put him over the top. But I just don't see it. But go ahead, Poetic.
Yeah, and how I sound now?
You sound perfect now, bro. Go ahead and cook. Say what you got to say.
What?
I said you sound good, bro. Go ahead and cook. Say what you got to say. Hey, man, I don't know what's going on with my boy Poetic shit, man. But hey, whatever app or software you download, you need to take that shit off, bro. But anyway, but yeah, let's just say, for example, he tries to go to, it's been rumored that he's going to Golden State or fucking the Clippers, or it's another team. I heard Denver. Like, I can make a case that Ben Simmons, or hell, even Brooklyn, I heard rumors of that for him, for Kyrie, which I would not fucking do, right? For obvious reasons. But I can make a case that Ben Simmons makes none of those teams better, because even though he is great defensively, I can't take anything away from him on that side of the ball, right? But offensively, whenever you have a guy in the playoffs, not the regular season, because we know he can score in the regular seasons because teams don't take away what you do best, right? But come the postseason, when the game gets slower and it's more of a half court based oriented style, will Ben Simmons be able to be confident enough to step up and shoot the fucking ball? Because if you're Golden State, you have the two greatest shooters the game of basketball has ever seen or ever assembled on the same fucking team in Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, right? You already have Draymond Green, a guy that can't shoot, a guy that kind of hinders their offense, but we all know he is the point forward, the de facto point guard to set shit up for Steph and to set shit up for Klay. So do you really need to go get a Ben Simmons to do that shit unless you're going to get rid of Draymond? But if you get rid of Draymond Green, then I can make a case that you are getting rid of the heart and soul of your fucking franchise. I mean, I know Draymond do a lot of dumb shit on the court, getting texts, overreacting to calls and shit like that, right? But I cannot imagine the Golden State Warriors without Draymond Green manning the paint, without him playing the five, without them being able to use that depth lineup. I just don't see it. And I know some detractors or people that's going to say, Thriller, you're tripping because Ben Simmons is younger. He's more athletic. He's a better passer. I get it. I understand it. But Draymond Green is a fucking winner. Now, let's just say, for example, you try to make a deal by giving up Wiggins for fucking Ben Simmons and some other pieces, right? I don't even know if I would do that, because then not only would you have one guy that can't shoot, you would have two guys in a starting lineup that can't fucking shoot the ball, that don't even really want to shoot the ball. And I just don't know how that shit is going to work. And let's just say if he were to go to the Clippers, I don't see how he makes the Clippers better, y'all, because he's not going to do anything for them but clog the fucking paint for Kawhi Leonard, who may not even play this year because he got hurt in the playoffs, right? And a Paul George. What is he really going to do for that team? So I'm just not seeing it. I'm not sipping on none of the Ben Simmons Kool-Aid. I mean, it is what it is, man. I know a lot of people feel like he's a fucking top 10 player. He's a superstar. He has a lot of potential, but man, how long has he been in the league and he still don't have a fucking jump shot? I just don't get it. And I have no sympathy for dudes like that. And that's one thing I respect about Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? Because Giannis, say what you want about him. You say, well, hey, I don't know why he shoots this and that and the third, but at least he keeps the defense honest. At least he keeps the fucking defense honest. You understand what I'm saying? And that's my biggest takeaway. So if you're any team, any top tier team like the Lakers or the Clippers or the Nuggets or the Nets or the fucking who else? Philly, obviously he plays for them. I don't know if you add a Ben Simmons if he puts you over the top. I really don't know that. Hell, even the Lakers. But go ahead, Poetic. Go ahead and cook, bro. Hey, bro, your shit, man. I don't know what's going on with your shit. Your shit sound real trashy right now, bro.
Okay, do I sound trash now?
You sound way better. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It must be this update or something. I gotta hold the phone to my ear because I can't hear you at all, really. Low key.
Damn,
so I
you
gotta
can't
hold
hear
it up
me,
to my
bro.
ear.
I'm talking loud as fuck. But go ahead. Say what you
Nah,
got.
it gotta be something with on my end. This I don't know if you got an iPhone. Well, you do got an iPhone, but it's this stupid ass update. It's just some bullshit. But I mean, like I was saying, the Ben Simmons thing. I mean, I don't know, man. I think at this point, with what's happened, I think he just need to just go ahead and go to another team. Because if I was him, if you put yourself in his shoes, I would say that that team and organization, y'all don't even deserve to have me the way y'all treated me after what happened in the playoffs. Like, fuck y'all, I'm just gonna go somewhere else since it was so bad. But then again,
how do they treat him though, Poetic?
well, because they were talking shit about him, and all these trade rumors and shit after everything that happened in the playoffs. But then you got to look at it from their side. They probably don't feel like dealing with that shit. They trying to win. They don't know how long they got Joel Embiid to not be injured. They don't know how long this little window they got that's gonna be open for the fucking Eastern Conference to be wide open. They don't know. So you got to look at it from their perspective. They just like, look, man, you fucking 6'11" and you can't fucking, or 6'10" and you can't fucking shoot over Trae Young, bro. Like, come on, bro. We gonna have to go and trade you. We could probably build a better team around Joel Embiid.
Right.
I think that makes sense coming from them because if I'm them, if I was Philly, I would definitely try to trade Ben Simmons, but
Mm,
I would not trade him for no fucking Draymond Green because they gonna need more shooters if they trying to truly build around Joel Embiid. They gonna need
I
more
agree.
shooters.
I
So
agree. And they need another scorer, really, shit. Because Joel, he'll get you 30 to 32 on a good night, right? But you're
yeah,
gonna need somebody else to fill that void. Can you really count on a Tobias Harris to give you 20 points every fucking night in the playoffs? I don't know. So I
nah,
think they need to
they
try to
gonna.
go get another superstar. Like if they can go land a Dame Lillard or somebody like that, then I'm all for that. You know?
That's if Dame Lillard want to leave though. Dame. My thing is with the Dame situation. I feel like um I feel like Dame would like to go somewhere else,
Mm,
but I feel like he feel pressure from he don't want to leave and then get shitted on. Like, cause fans, I understand this whole, state loyalty. Man, that shit dumb as fuck, dude. Cause they'll trade you in an instant. Who gives a
I
shit?
agree. I agree with
Let the
that. I
players
never
do what the fuck
understood
they
that
want to
logic.
do. Like, I don't understand. Like, the reason why Kevin Durant got shit on for going to the Warriors because the context of him going to the Warriors. That's it. We didn't give a fuck about him going anywhere. But it's
I
just
think it made it
nigga.
worse too because he went to the team that he had just lost to when an argument could be made. They was up 3-1. They should have been in the finals and they could have
Exactly.
beat the fucking Heat that year. You understand what
Exactly.
I'm saying? So
And
or not the
if
Heat, the
LeBron was
Cleveland,
up
whoever.
3-1, that nigga would
Yeah.
have went to the finals. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
man. But that's
So
that's
I
another
I,
that's
I
the
kind of get the KD shit, but go ahead and make your point. My bad.
yeah, but LeBron shit ain't the same. So I don't know why they be acting like I mean, but Kevin Durant, he made that decision, and that's dead. Who gives a shit? I'd rather him do that than a team trade him and and just put him somewhere trash. You know what I'm saying? At least he got a chance to get some fucking rings, no matter what they mean. But I
Really,
don't know,
really
man.
to piggyback off your point about the loyalty shit with Dame Lillard, we seen a guy like by the name of Harrison Barnes get traded on a fucking bench during a
Yep.
game.
Yep.
I mean, he was looking so stupid. The look
Yep.
of disbelief
Yep.
on his face when he got word
Yep.
that he had got traded to the Kings
Yep.
during the game. I mean, that was so fucking disrespectful.
Yep.
So if I'm
Facts.
Dame, I wouldn't give a fuck about the fans because at the end of the day, he got a lot of examples too. He got Reggie Miller, Allen Iverson, who stayed too fucking long with Philly, Kevin Garnett, who probably would have won way more rings had he stopped being so fucking loyal to the Minnesota
Mm-hmm.
Timberwolves. He got a lot of examples to look at, man. Be like, man, hey, this a new day and age. Everybody buddy, everybody teaming up. So why not?
Yeah. The these older players like Barkley and shit like that, they need to stop saying stupid shit because if they had the chance to take their careers in their own hands, they would do it.
Mm,
I mean, they need to stop acting like that, bro.
mm.
Like I don't care about them saying, "Oh, well, LeBron." They're not saying Jordan or Kareem or Barkley or Iverson. They would never ask me to come. They want to go against me. Listen, that's easy for you to say. Y'all couldn't even do that shit.
Yeah.
So that's easy for you to just say that shit. So they need to stop. They need to stop saying that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I
So let me
mean,
ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let's get back to boxing. About the
mm,
AJ and Usyk shit. Go ahead and
yeah.
make your points about that because you didn't really get to make your points.
All right, man. Y'all know AJ and Wilder, them my guys in the heavyweight division. And if they
Yeah.
were to ever fight, it's gonna be bittersweet because one I'm gonna lose and one I'm gonna win. So that's just a lose-win situation for me whenever they fight or if they fight. But I text E3 on the phone. I said, watch. I said, I guarantee it's a reason why they have a trade clause. I mean, not a
Mm.
trade clause.
A rematch clause?
Yeah, a rematch clause. And
Yeah.
I guarantee you, um, and that's when I started to feel like AJ was gonna lose. I always felt like AJ might lose, but I didn't. I felt AJ was gonna knock him out. I had AJ winning a knockout somewhere in like the ninth, 10th round, probably.
Yeah.
But I seen early on in the fight when I text you on the phone and said Usyk won the first 3 rounds.
Yeah. I thought he
AJ,
won the first four, really,
yeah,
in my
AJ
opinion.
started to come back. I'll say in the fourth round, Usyk won slightly because that's when AJ started to kind of make adjustments. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Once
Hmm.
that fifth round came around, he started to make adjustments, and I feel like as the fight went on, I think I don't know if AJ was taking this. I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know how these niggas get tired. If you want to be honest with you, y'all do all that training and sparring. Why? How are y'all getting tired all of a sudden? Like,
It could
and
be a
then
lot
my
of shit.
thing is,
It could be a lot of shit.
my thing is like, bro, like, my thing is like, how, like, how in the hell does AJ think he gonna beat this man again? I mean, okay, you gonna do the rematch, okay? And what is it? September, right?
I don't know, bro.
It's September. Yes, it's September right now. You think they
Oh,
might
okay.
do the rematch
I
in
thought you meant
December?
the rematch. My bad. Go ahead.
You think they might do the rematch in December?
That's kind of too close, in my opinion. I think he needs some time to work on some shit.
Cause when did how long? What was the in between time for the two Ruiz fights? Was it like 5 months or something?
I can't remember off the top of my head, bro. I don't want to cap.
Cause like I don't know, they just need to run that shit back ASAP, bro. They need to stop wasting time.
Mm,
That's the same shit with the fucking Castano and Charlo fight. Like, bro, them niggas should have their rematch or whatever the fuck they gonna do in December, dude, or November or something. Why y'all wasting so much fucking time, bro?
good
Like
point. Hey,
like Anthony
Poetic. Hey,
Joshua,
hey, yo, Poetic.
yeah.
Hey, King David on the chat. Hey, yo, King David, you live on the chat with the Black Picasso and Poetic, man. Talk to us. How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Good little night of boxing right here, man. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Shout
sir.
out to y'all boys, man. Poetic, what they do.
What's up,
Black
man? What's up? How you
Picasso,
doing?
what they do, boy.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and cook. How did you
Yeah,
see that fight playing
yeah.
out?
Yes, sir, man. So it was a good little scrap, man. I think there's some things that you notice, like right early on. You notice the speed difference between Usyk and AJ.
Mhm.
AJ looked noticeably slower than Usyk, foot speed
Mhm.
and hand speed. But to top things off, his whole game plan was just all wrong, all wrong, all wrong. This dude sitting in the middle of the ring with Usyk following him around the ring. You know, meanwhile, he's the bigger guy, the stronger guy, the dude with more power. It's just it don't. It would be like a AJ trying to fight Floyd Mayweather or something. Somebody who's just way faster with the speed and skills and things like that. So that's what this fight looked like. If you're a bigger guy, the game plan is to take away the ring from the fighter who has the faster legs, uh, trap them in corners, and time them, and just take away those things that they like to use. Usyk did a good job of using his advantages. His advantages in speed, his advantages in boxing skill, his hand speed advantages. And
Mhm.
really making AJ think more than what he likes to do.
Yep.
So I mean, shout out to him for just coming out with the right game plan. But we just gotta slap AJ in the back of his goddamn head for coming out with the absolute wrong game plan for Alexander Usyk. So all in all, it was a good fight, man. I like I was seeing in the chat. I think on the last one you did, man. I got Usyk. I had him pound for pound. Um, in the top 10 before this fight. So now after
Mm.
this fight, I feel like he's definitely a top 5 now, pound for pound,
Yes.
being undisputed at cruiser and now
Yep.
3 belts at heavyweight. So,
I
that's
agree.
it's a big accomplishment for that guy.
I agree. And that's gonna be a lot to say, bro, if he were to become undisputed in the heavyweight division. He only one belt away. Would
Yeah,
that be
man.
some shit?
That's
Two
history
different
though,
weight
man.
class?
Yeah, anybody ever do that before at cruiser and heavy?
I don't was it Holyfield, maybe?
Oh, maybe Holyfield. I don't know if he was undisputed though at heavyweight though. I think he got a
Holyfield, let me
belt.
check. Hold on, let me pull that shit up. That's a good point. I think he was, bro, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Evander. You said you don't know if he was undisputed at heavyweight or cruiserweight.
Heavyweight. I think he was
Heavyweight, okay.
undisputed at cruiser, but I don't know if he ever got that heavyweight undisputed.
Let me see. Evander Holyfield, undisputed. Hold on.
Because cruiserweight a new division in general. So
Right. Hold
shit.
on.
But
Let me
either
see. Let
way,
me
man.
see. Yeah, that'll be a strong feat. That'll be one hell of a feat. Being a
Yeah.
small guy going up and doing that. He got the possibility too, bro. He got all the skills as far as I can see.
Well, he definitely do got the skills, man. But if you get in there with somebody like Fury, Fury ain't gonna come in there with that type of game plan. Fury ain't gonna be sitting in the middle of the ring trying to throw jabs with him and do the tango with him. Fury gonna come full force. He gonna trap him, cut the ring off, get him into a corner, and then use his size and power advantage in order to beat Usyk up. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's my problem with AJ, bro. Like, okay, in the second round, in my head, I was thinking like, well, when the fight first began, I was like, damn, AJ looked small as shit. This nigga look like he ain't been eating. He just looks so small now. And in my
He
head,
was
I was
big to
thinking
me.
like, is that I don't know if that shit gonna work in his advantage at this point in time. Cause it's like, okay, we know what happened with Ruiz. You slim down so you can move around more and become a better boxer. But sometimes, bro, you gotta like, and if you want to be honest with you, I don't think that he wants to like get that big anymore. Like as far as how he feels physically, I don't even think that nigga want to get that big no more. Cause that nigga was walking around looking like the Hulk or the Thing or something, dead ass.
Yeah.
Dude was fucking huge. This nigga neck was like fucking 1,000 hamburgers mixed up in one.
Yeah, I always
Nigga
felt
neck
like
was big
AJ
as
was too
shit, dude.
big, bro.
So I don't
I've
know,
always
man. But
felt
I
like
think
that.
that he could have won that fight if you would have did exactly what King David did, bulk your ass up and just be a man, grow some nuts, and just fuck this nigga up and cut the ring off and just go at him. But he gon' But I don't know if AJ can take. Well, obviously, I mean, at now he ain't got a chin. I think he did have a chin at one point in time. Especially, he showed us he had a chin with fucking what's his name? What's his name? The Klitschko fight. But now I feel like ever since that Ruiz fight, it's like I don't know if he got a little chin on him no more. If you want to be honest with you, bro, I don't think he can just take punches like that. Cause man, if that man would have got knocked out in that 12th round, if boxing was like 13, 14 rounds, he
Shit,
would
if
have
the
got knocked
ropes
out,
in there,
man.
he would have got knocked out or at least knocked down.
Man, that's terrible, man.
Hey
He
yo,
looked.
King David. Evander Holyfield was undisputed at heavyweight, bro.
Oh,
November
heavy.
13, 1992.
Uh,
He won the WBC, WBA, and the IBF. Yep.
he had the WBO too.
It wasn't no WBO according to this.
Oh, okay,
It wasn't no
Evander,
WBO.
okay, real deal, Holyfield,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. So
okay,
yeah, so
yes,
yeah,
sir.
it
All
better
right,
be some Holyfield shit.
yeah,
He
but
pulled that off.
Usyk's still on the short list. If he
Usyk
managed
was
to go ahead
underrated.
and get it done, he's still on that short list, and it's still a great accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the modern era, we definitely ain't seen nothing like that. Shit, we be damned to get one undisputed, let alone a motherfucker undisputed in two different weight divisions. So
Yeah, man.
you
Shout
know,
out to the CFC. I hope I'm saying I don't know how to say your last name, bro. I ain't even gonna try it. He said Usyk is so underrated. People thought he couldn't box. He number one,
Who thought Usyk couldn't
better
box?
than Wilder and
What you talking
Joshua.
about?
yeah, we thought Usyk couldn't box. I don't
Who
know.
thought
Yeah,
Usyk
I ain't
couldn't
never
box?
heard
That's
nobody
that
say he
nigga
couldn't box.
Holmes.
Hell, I ain't
Yeah.
even gonna lie. I ain't really heard nobody talk about Usyk, bro. Honestly,
I've been
so I
talking
can't even
about
lie.
Usyk for a little bit, but I ain't never, I ain't see that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't see this fight going the way it went. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But but any of the best boxing tacticians and coaches, they'll tell you you fight the boxer and you box the fighters. You know what I'm saying? And AJ tried to box the boxer. And that's just not what the hell you do, man, when you the bigger and stronger guy, period.
yeah. I
Uh,
thought he fought his fight too, bro. I feel like he should have at least tried to impose his physicality on him a little bit more.
he pretty much threw all that stuff out the window. He was like, "Yeah, I'm big. Yeah, I'm
He didn't
strong.
throw
Yeah,
any
I'm
uppercuts. Well,
yeah."
I mean, am I tripping? Ain't that AJ's bread and butter? The uppercut punch?
Them
He
uppercut.
didn't throw it. Did he throw it? Am I tripping?
He should have thrown it. Nah, he ain't throw it. I don't remember
Yeah,
him throwing
I
it.
don't.
And
I
Usyk
don't
had
know,
to come
bro.
in with his head down. So
Right.
there was times for the uppercut to be thrown, but he ain't ever throw them bitches. He left
I
them.
was even saying it seemed like he was reluctant to throw his right hand for the majority of the fight because what's the name was coming right over the top with his straight left. So he couldn't find he didn't know how to counter that shit.
Yeah, he couldn't time Usyk. That's what it was. But the thing is that you sitting up in the pocket with him like you a
Right.
damn welterweight or something like that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And you trying to time him like you Floyd Mayweather. Like, no, that ain't how you do it. This dude is fat, bro. Immediately as soon as the bell rang, Usyk started moving around the ring. I'm like, there's a glaring speed advantage
Facts.
with foot speed and hand speed. I'm like, this ain't gonna go well. You know what I'm saying? So, AJ, I think he could beat Usyk you know, in the second fight, if he come out with a better game plan and he stopped trying to, you know, be a welterweight and get in there and use his size and use his strength
Shit.
and wear him down.
Half the battle for winning with AJ is going to be just being able to figure out how to stop the fucking straight left hand coming right down the middle.
AJ need
If
to
he
take
can figure that out, he can win for sure.
AJ need to take a page out of Klitschko book. You ain't never see Klitschko had them type of problems with dudes that was smaller than him and littler than him and all that. He gonna lean on your ass. He gonna throw a jab.
Jab,
you know what I mean?
cross,
Yeah.
hold.
Mhm.
Jab, cross, hold.
All right.
Fucking fight. I
Mhm.
couldn't stand Klitschko.
Yeah, I hated his ass too, man.
Y'all don't think AJ trying to change himself up too much?
What you mean? So speak to that.
Like-
Speak to that point.
Like, do you think that AJ is trying too hard to like be a boxer to where he taking away his bread and butter that got him in position before the Ruiz fight?
Maybe. He might be, bro.
I kind of
don't
feel
know.
like he always like fought like that. I feel like he, you know, I feel like he always fought like that, but he would always fight people that was around his size or close to his size and maybe closer to his speed and strength level. But you fighting a dude that's smaller than you, that's gonna be he's smaller than you naturally, and he's just naturally faster with his foot speed and hand speed. So because of that, you can't come in with the same game plan. You got to come in with a modified game plan in order to account for the speed difference. You know. So that's where he fell short at. Like, I mean, you know, I used to box before y'all, man. So like, one thing about me, when I get in the ring with anybody that's bigger, I'm immediately using my speed. I'm moving around the ring. I'm making their ass tired. I'm making their ass think. You know what I'm saying? Because I know if they catch me one good time, that's a wrap.
Right.
You know, so Usyk did a good job because what he did was not easy. You know what I'm saying? Because all you need is get to hit one good hit and you up out of there, you know what I'm saying? But
he got caught a couple of times too, but he took it pretty good.
Yeah, he got a good
AJ
chin.
landed some straight rights.
Yeah.
I just think in this situation, bro, the styles make fights, man. I just think that's a bad style for AJ, man. That dude.
Yeah,
that dude is a pure boxer.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. That dude is a pure boxer, you know what I mean? And if he gonna have any hope of winning, man, he gonna have to change up that game plan and get right. You know what I'm saying? Watch some Klitschko footage and you know what I'm saying, and figure some shit out, because that wouldn't work at all.
Let me ask you this. If you're Eddie Hearn, do you immediately tell AJ to enforce the rematch clause, or do you give him a tune-up and then fight Usyk?
I mean, what's a tune-up gonna do though? You know what I'm saying? Like he might as well jump back in the ring with him, you know, and try to erase this loss. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, just like what we was talking about, AJ. I honestly don't feel like AJ has changed his style. I feel like it's the same style, and I feel like he probably was even a little sharper than what he normally is. You know, but it just was the wrong game plan for this guy. So, you know, I feel like if he was to switch up his game plan, you know, come back in next fight. It looked like he started to figure something out the second part of the fight too.
Yeah, towards like round 6 or 7, he started making a slight adjustment.
Yeah, so I think maybe the next fight he comes in there, he makes those adjustments, adds a few extra wrinkles, and he beats Usyk. To me, what you think about that, E?
I don't think he can beat Usyk, bro.
Oh yeah, you just
but then again, I've
you
never
said 10 out of 10 times. I remember you said that 10 out of 10 times he loses.
I've never looked at AJ like, you know, a top big dog, bro. I never looked at him there. I always felt like Wilder was gonna beat him, and I always felt like Fury would beat him. So to see Usyk do what he did, which was a surprise to me, because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't probably watch that dude just one time, if that. Hey man, I don't think AJ can beat that dude. I don't.
Damn.
I don't see it. He damn sure can't come out there and try to outbox him, which is what the fuck he did tonight. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, nah, that shit definitely ain't gonna happen. What you think, Poetic? How you think that third fight go?
Third fight? What third fight? You talking?
I'm sorry, second fight. My bad. Rematch. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, you
I
got an
think I
AJ
think
fan saying he don't even know.
I think AJ need to come in bigger. I don't think he need to be that fucking small,
I
bro.
think he's too big. Poetic. Wait a minute. I said that during the fight. I think he's too big. I liked how he looked against Andy in the second fight. He was more leaner. He looked a little faster, bro. Like I think he need to lose weight for Usyk.
Wait, he bigger than he was in AJ in
In my personal opinion, he looked bigger. I could be wrong, but from the eye test, he looked bigger than he did in that fight. To me,
He looks smaller to me.
for
I
real.
think he look a little small.
Yeah, he looked small as shit. He wasn't
Yeah.
looking that damn small in the second fight.
That dude used to come to the ring look like Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying?
He was bigger than
Yeah,
Brock
I always felt
Lesnar.
like he was too big.
He was way bigger than Brock Lesnar, bro.
Yeah, he looked like he used to DDT bitches in the middle of the ring. Like he used to be big. I feel like he slimmed down. I feel like his game plan was to try to out Usyk. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
He over there trying to throw jabs in the middle of the ring, and he trying to outspeed him. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You ain't about to outspeed this man. Are you crazy?
He should have went to the body more.
Hell yeah!
Every time he landed a body shot, you could tell that shit hurt. Usyk.
You see all that lateral movement Usyk was using to confuse AJ. He didn't know which way he was going. But the thing about AJ is he didn't even try to cut the ring off. Like you gotta cut if you fighting somebody and they moving around the ring, you gotta take the ring away by cutting it off, and you gotta throw body shots just like E Thriller saying in order to slow it down. He ain't do none of that. You know what I mean?
Goes through his lack of boxing skills though. He don't know how to cut the ring.
That's terrible, man. You know these fighters today don't know how to do that shit, bro. To be real with you, they really don't.
Yeah,
they really don't. There's few fighters out there that know how to cut the ring off, man. Few, very few. I think I could probably think of like two right now that could probably do it effectively. You know, but he need to learn that shit if he gonna beat somebody like Usyk, because Usyk gonna use lateral movements. Usyk is gonna Floyd Mayweather his ass. You know,
shit, he would have had to learn that against Fury. Fury gonna use the same type of shit.
I don't know if Fury gonna have the same type of success doing it. I don't know how you think that fight will go though.
Fury and AJ.
Fury and AJ.
Shit, I had Fury winning.
You got Fury winning?
Yeah, unanimously. Yeah.
How you think Fury beat him though? You think he beat him like he did Wilder in the second fight, or you feel like he do some other shit? Like he go back to the old Fury?
I think he'll go back to the old Fury and just outbox him, bro. He don't have to knock AJ out. He just outboxing, bro. Easy.
Damn.
I don't see how AJ beat him at all. But then again, I think Fury is the best heavyweight.
I see what that's crazy. Yeah, man. You know, I always had that as a real tough fight. Stylistically, you know, because I think AJ has better boxing skills than Wilder, but I feel like his power is comparable to Wilder's as well. So I always thought that would be a difficult fight for Fury because he wouldn't necessarily be able to do the same thing he did to Wilder. And if he fought AJ the way how he fights everybody else, he's in danger of getting knocked out because AJ to me got comparable kind of power to Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Not quite, but you know, up there, you know what I'm saying? Where if he catch you one good time, he could put you on the ground. You know. And Fury liked to use his size, his mass, you know, like he was doing a lot of leaning on Wilder, you know, taking away a lot of his stamina and things like that. I don't think he can necessarily do that to AJ. You know what I'm saying? I think AJ is about just as strong as Fury. I just think that's a real interesting fight, man. You know, I think that could go either way. I think maybe that was probably why a lot of people wanted to see that shit, but fuck it, we a long way from that now. Now that this shit
about to say, man, this is what happened in boxing, bro. Whenever you let these fights over marinate, I mean, let's just look at AJ and Wilder for example. The motherfuckers should have been fought. Now both of them then took an L. Fucking AJ then took two of them. Now he got to bounce back. He don't know if Wilder gonna be Fury this time. Hopefully he do, but I mean, this just goes to show, bro. You got to strike while the iron is hot, while people want to see the shit, or else shit like this can come in the way. Now y'all done fucked the bag up. Y'all done fucked up the bag.
Those is facts, man. Those is just pure facts, man. And
what
so
you
now,
say about that, Poetic? You a little quiet tonight, bro.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
you depressed because AJ got his ass kicked. I understand, bro.
I mean, I don't really have any feelings for it. I mean, of course, when it first happened, I was like, damn, Anthony Joshua just lost again. That's 2 L's. But I mean, you know, it's nothing. Like I
Okay.
told you, I already told you, I agree with you. These boxing promoters don't deserve shit. They
Yeah.
keep letting these fucking fights over merit, just like you said, bro. Just to go to your point, they
Yeah.
keep doing this fucking bullshit, and now fucking Errol need to get his ass knocked out. And but I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna really say Terrence need to get his ass knocked out because I think Errol had more to do with the fight not happening than Terrence could have. So I don't know if Terrence need to get his ass knocked out because Terrence just a sucker for his loyalty and being on the wrong stable. But I don't
Wait a
know.
minute. So
Errol
how?
low key do need to get his ass knocked out for that shit he said though.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You said he's a sucker for loyalty and being on his stable.
Yeah, because if he re-signed with whatchamacallit because he was loyal.
No, he
Nah,
re-signed with Top Rank because they was paying him 45 million guaranteed no matter what, and they had put him in position to become undisputed at 140.
thank you, thank you, thank
So
you.
why wouldn't he re-sign with him?
Well, I really don't care. Errol need to get his ass knocked out.
And that be the
Wilder
narrative
need to
too,
get his
man.
ass knocked
That's
out.
the narrative.
Tyson need
See,
to get
people
his ass
saying shit.
knocked out.
People say shit like
Canelo need
poetic
to
all
get
the
his ass
time.
knocked
Yeah,
out. Fucking Teofimo need to get his ass knocked out. Devontae Davis need to get his ass. Every last one of these top niggas need to get his ass knocked out. Cause I'm sick of this fucking boxing shit.
Yeah, shit is a little watered down.
Cause now I'm not gonna lie. If Anthony Johnson would have beat Usyk and Wilder would have beat Fury, that fight would have still had like let's say when they were undefeated at the top of their game, it would have been 100% interest, millions of dollars, right? Tens of millions of dollars for both, right? But now that they both took one loss, I would have gave it 90% interest. I would have gave it 10% off, just because it'd have been so fucking long, and people probably don't give a fuck about it no more. They done lost fans, but look, man, this shit
I
gone,
mean,
bro.
you make good points, bro. I can't argue with that point. I
This
mean,
shit
shit.
gone, bro.
Even though this fight turned out to be a good fight, wasn't nobody really just too excited about this fight. As you can see, it's only 3 motherfuckers in here watching this shit. So it's not really, I mean, this just goes to show when we don't get the fights we want, man. I mean, everybody suffers. Shout out to my boy Brian Mackey in the building. He said, "What it do, fam? What's popping, my G?" I appreciate that cash app earlier, bro. I really do. Hey, man, if you want to click on, man, hey, I'm gonna drop the link again. I ain't gonna be on here for too much longer.
it got the thing too, man. That we about to. If we want to see AJ in the ring with anybody besides Usyk, it's gonna be a hot year, 2023 or anything like that before some shit like that happen. You know,
Nah, I
'cause
think the only reason why we see Anthony Joshua back in the ring within the next 4 to 6 months is solely because of the rematch clause. If Anthony Joshua would have won this fight, man, we wouldn't see him back till like later next year, like October, November next year.
I'm saying, even if he jumped his ass back in the ring, like the beginning of next year, some shit like that, we ain't gonna see him fight anybody besides Usyk because that Usyk fight will probably be the only fight for next year because these bitches only fight one time per year. So it's like, AJ finna fight Usyk in a rematch, and then we ain't gonna see him again till 2023 against God knows how. And if he win that fight, shit, he probably gonna have to give Usyk the third fight, or however the fuck that go. What probably not because he ain't give Ruiz that third fight, so he probably will move on. But I
Shit
mean,
really just lame, bro. Shit really lame, cause, bro. Like I told y'all, I told y'all the last time, bro. Castaño and them, they fought in what, July. And now we ain't gonna see a Charlo fight till like next year. I'm like, why they? I don't understand. Like, I wish they would just explain to us why they're only fighting once a year. Cause I just don't understand. Like, I don't know why are y'all fighting once a year?
Maybe they can't pay them purses. I don't know, bro. That's a good question. I
Cause
don't
this
know.
shit like low key starting to actually happen like permanently, to where
Yeah.
niggas just literally only fight one time a year.
Shit,
For the rest,
look at this. Bud is only about to fight once this year. Sean Porter.
I think Bud's situation is because he finna leave and shit. I
But
think that
still,
has more to do with it.
he's only fighting one fucking time. This is my favorite boxer. I want to see this nigga fight at least 2 times, at least 2 times a year.
That's facts. And I
So
think that's the one thing you could say why Canelo get a little bit of respect, because at least he fighting more than one time a goddamn.
Yeah, he done fought like
right,
4 times a year this year
3 or
already.
4 times.
That,
Yep,
that
yep.
motherfucker been active, you know.
So
Everybody
I
else
gotta I
chilling.
gotta give him 100% respect for that.
He
I
deserves
agree.
respect.
Canelo actually deserves to be the 100% top boxer pound for pound this year.
That's why
Like,
I put him at the top, Poetic, because of his activity, bro.
yeah, I
Yeah,
like, you know.
he's the most active fighter in the sport. That's a fact.
I ain't gonna do all that for just him being active. He
Well,
definitely
then
in the
you got to
top
factor
five.
in his. See, David, we went over this last time. We know y'all don't give him credit for his resume, but you got to factor in resume. The fact that he's fought in multiple weight classes, he's won belts in multiple weight classes. You
I give him
understand?
credit. I give him credit for the resume. I give him credit for belts as well. But you know, I'm not. I just wouldn't put him pound for pound number one because of the certain things that he hasn't done. You
Do
know, but
you
I would
give
put him
him
in the top
credit for
five.
his skills? Because skills come, in my opinion, now everybody's pound for pound is subjective, but that's the shit that I factor in.
Well, to me, Canelo's skills ain't, you know, Canelo's skills are like pedestrian to me. You know what I'm saying? He don't really win fights with his skills. He win fights, you know, just kind of, you know, out muscling bitches, you know what I'm saying, and knocking them out, that sort of thing. But he don't win fights by like outboxing them people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say, okay, well, his skill set is gonna put him pound for pound number one because his skill set ain't all that deep. You know what I'm saying? There's skills there, but it ain't all that deep. There's more skilled fighters than him by far. You know what I mean? But you got to give him credit because of the activity and what he has been able to accomplish, you know, winning belts in multiple weight classes. You know, no matter who it's against, those were belt holders, you know what I'm saying? You know, whether they were gifted belts or not, they still belt holders, you know what I'm saying? So you know, you got to give him credit for that. But I definitely ain't gonna put him no pound for pound number one. I ain't gonna do all that.
Hey, yo, Brian, you're live on the chat with E Thriller, King David, and Poetic. Talk to us, big bro. How you feeling?
Hey, what it do, fellas? What's up, E? How you
What's
been,
up,
man?
man? How you feeling, my brother?
I'm all right, King David, Poetic. What's going on, man?
You know, man,
What's
chilling,
going on
man.
with you, Brian? What's going
What's
on,
up,
fam?
man?
Hey, nothing, man. I'm a little disappointed, man. I'm a little upset. No, I'm a lot upset, man. I'm a lot disappointed.
Oh
You
boy.
know,
Okay.
because you know, and I'm hating too. I ain't gonna lie, I'm hating like shit. You know what I mean? Let's just go ahead and keep it 100, man. I'm hating like a motherfucker. I'm sitting over here at work. Y'all over here funning like a motherfucker, watching the fights and shit. You know, I can't see a goddamn thing.
Oh man.
Hey, real talk, I can't say nothing in reference to the fight because I didn't see it. You know, I just didn't, man. I just came in to chop it up with you guys, man, any kind of way. So I really don't have anything to say, man. I was just listening on the stream, man. How y'all, you know, E Thriller was, you know, kind of doing the play-by-play of the fight. You know, and was telling me how, you know, Usyk was in control of the fight, most of the fight, and
Yeah.
you know, I think Poetic said he started to make a run, and then, you know, then that kind of halted. Just listening from it and listening to you and King David and everything, you know, y'all all made some very good points, and it seemed like he really was saying he was hurting him to the body. So, kind of wondering why he didn't continue that, man, because you got to.
Damn, Brian, you breaking out, bro. What you say? Hey, yo, Brian, can you hear me? Damn, I think his audio fucking up. But yeah, he was hurting him to the body, man. He just didn't stick with that attack. He should have definitely went to the body more, for sure, for sure.
Oh yeah, you gotta go to that body, man. You gotta go to that body, man. When you fighting somebody that's using their legs, you know, that's one thing that Earl Spence does that you gotta respect. Earl Spence is going to that. First of all, he going to that body no matter what.
Yeah.
But especially if you're moving around the ring, Earl Spence is going to that body. He's gonna slow you down. You know, so
Yep, that's a fact.
you know you got to give Earl some praise for that. You know what I mean? But AJ definitely should have kept on with that strategy, man. He was outclassed when it came to speed.
Hey, yo, Brian, you back?
Goddamn.
Brian, you back? Can you hear us?
No.
Damn. Okay. Go ahead, King David. My bad.
Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, man, he was outclassed when it came to speed, man. So when you got somebody dogging you in the speed category, man, the only way to account for that is to have really good timing and cutting the ring off, going to the body, slowing down that movement in order to make do something. You know what I'm saying? But what his game plan wasn't working at all, man. And it was obvious because he had to make some adjustments.
Yeah, man. I can't disagree with nothing you saying, bro. I mean, it is what it is. Kind of sucks for boxing, man, because we thought we was gonna get one fight. Now we're about to get something else. So, hey, yo, Brian, are you back, bro? Damn, I think Brian shit fucking up, bro. But go ahead, Poetic. Hey, yo, Poetic.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Joshua, I don't know, man. He just gonna have to go and get this fucking this little rematch, and then he gonna have to fucking. I think the main thing AJ need to worry about is what if he lose the fucking rematch, nigga? What you gonna do then?
Good point. That's a good point.
That L is a possibility, ain't it?
This shit crazy.
Now what if Anthony Joshua lose the rematch?
Yeah.
And if Wilder and if Wilder lose the rematch to Fury, then I can see them two fighting.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good fight. That'd be a good
fight.
But
my thing is, I don't have no shame in any of these boxers really losing anymore. I mean that's the name of the game, bro. Like,
yeah,
I don't have no negativity towards Anthony Joshua losing or any boxer, even if Tyson Fury were to lose to Wilder. I mean, shit. Okay. I mean, I just wish we could go back to when when guys like Mike Tyson and all these great boxers, they took L's, but it wasn't really like, I wish every boxer can lose and get the same type of reaction from the fans that Pacquiao gets. That would be fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's greatness in losing and it's greatness in winning, especially in the heavyweight division. You ain't gonna fucking win every fucking fight in the heavyweight division. It's hard as shit.
Right.
So I don't understand why people think everybody's supposed to be undefeated. And I mean, if you think about it, think about the type of sport that boxing is. Shit, ain't nobody supposed to be undefeated. Right. So if you undefeated like that, nigga, that shit, you got to be some type of good.
Yeah, it's the Floyd Mayweather.
And yes, I'm giving Caleb Smith his fucking props when I said that.
Yeah.
I mean that for everybody.
Did you see that shit today?
What?
The knockout.
Yeah, I seen that. He cool. But I told you.
He said he cool.
That nigga, his style is tailor made for Canelo to just fuck him up. That nigga ain't no threat to Canelo, and Canelo knew that shit.
Hey, yo, Brian, are you back, bro?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, bro. Finish making your points.
Oh man, I'm having a lot of feedback.
Damn. Yeah, you
so
sound
it's looking
good
like I'm tape delayed or some shit. Second time that happened.
Yeah, you sound.
But I'm gonna try. I was just saying that listening to you guys, I thought maybe that AJ should go with that. See, I'm fucking up. This shit is fucking me up.
Poetic shit was fucking up earlier too, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It just seemed like he should have went to the body a little bit more, according to what y'all was saying. And maybe if he'd have did that, it could have been a different outcome. I just don't know because I didn't watch the fight. I'm just listening to what you guys were saying.
Yeah, I can't wait to see when you watch the fight to hear what you got to say after the fact. But yeah, that's my personal opinion, man. He fought Usyk's fight. It was a dumb game plan, like King David was saying. It wasn't smart at all.
So he didn't roughhouse. I mean, he didn't put his weight on him.
Nah, he didn't really
pressure him.
They really didn't clinch a lot. It was a pretty clean fight for the most part.
AJ was trying to do everything Usyk was doing, man. Usyk was trying to use lateral movement. AJ was trying to use lateral movement, except it was 20 times slower. Usyk was trying to throw jabs, you know what I'm saying, to the body, to the head. AJ was trying to throw jabs to the body, to the head, except it was 20 times slower. It was like it was just like watching your slow version in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? Like he fell right in the Usyk game plan, man. His coaches should have slapped him in the back of the head, you know what I mean, and made him change his whole game plan because it wasn't working. It don't work for a guy that's way faster than you, you know. So
Yeah.
I'd like to see AJ come back in the next fight, you know, be aggressive, roughhouse, take some pages from Klitschko book, you know what I'm saying? Lean on him, you know. He could throw jabs, but I want to see some power jabs. I don't want to see no speed jabs. I want to see some power range finding jabs.
Right.
And you know, and I want to see him cutting the ring off in the next fight. You know what I mean? But that wasn't happening at all. AJ was just following him around the ring, looking silly.
To me, he had the most success during the fight when he let that right hand go because he fighting a southpaw. So there's going to be the tailor-made punch right down the middle, but he was reluctant to throw it. I just didn't understand that. I was yelling that during the fight, like throw your right hand. Something.
I think that man needs some new coaches.
You said what, Brian? My bad.
I know. I'm sorry. I just think he needs some new coaches. Just go ahead and let him be who he's going to be. Don't try to change up. See, when he fought Ruiz, he got knocked out. So they try to change him. It's cool to make adjustments, but AJ, be who you are. And you was knocking motherfuckers out. Knock motherfuckers out. Be aggressive.
I think he was who he was in the fight. I don't think he tried to do nothing different in this fight, but I think that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like Usyk is a lot smaller than most dudes at heavyweight. So because of that, he was a lot faster. So like with AJ, normally like when he fought Povetkin and things like that, Povetkin's a lot bigger, a lot closer to his speed. So like he can get away with doing what he's doing versus the Povetkin because the speed difference ain't really there like that. They pretty even as far as all those other attributes. And AJ is just a better boxer. But in this particular case, Usyk had the speed advantage. He was way quicker. So because of that, he couldn't really utilize the same strategy that he would normally use, because Usyk is able to do it better. He's just quicker. It'd be like him trying to fight like that versus somebody like a Demetrius Andrade or somebody just way faster and a better boxer than you. They say you're supposed to box the fighter and you're supposed to fight the boxer. And clearly Usyk was the boxer, so he needed to fight Usyk and not try
That's
to
what
box.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, King David. They knew that Usyk was a better boxer. You knew that before the fight even started. So they needed to be aggressive. I know I didn't see it, but I'm listening to you guys. Like you said, he was doing everything Usyk was doing. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
You need to pressure him.
He really let Usyk get out to a 4-0 lead, in my opinion. I had him winning the first 4 rounds, so he was already down. It was an uphill battle from there.
Uphill. And by the time he tried to get aggressive at that point, now he done lost half his stamina. He's even slower than what it was in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And Usyk, he ain't really take no damage. When you at a smaller weight division and you lighter, I mean, your stamina naturally gonna be better because you moving around less weight. Yeah. So cuz able to cruise through those rounds like it ain't nothing. Meanwhile, AJ done exhausted himself because the few little punches he done thrown done took away all the little stamina he done got. And now he ready to fall over on the floor in the 6th round. But he had a little bit of success though, around that times. But at that point, it's a little bit too late, unless you really catch him.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what y'all think happened now?
As far as what?
Heavyweights.
Man, it's up for grabs.
Well, the only fights we know gonna happen next is the Wilder and the fucking Fury, and then Anthony Joshua gonna fucking fight. They're gonna get their rematch, and I still don't think we're ever gonna get an undisputed heavyweight soon. So y'all really can forget about that because it's gonna be some bullshit like a mandatory. Then they gonna keep lounging around and progressing and keep putting these fucking undisputed fights. Like y'all can forget about an undisputed fight at 154 because what they doing at 154 is exactly what they're gonna be doing at heavyweight. They're gonna do whatever they can to make sure if whoever these whole section of bodies want to be the undisputed champion, if he can't be the fucking champion, then we're gonna make sure that we can't fucking make a fucking undisputed fight. Because I know that they wanted Charlo to win that fight. That's why they had that judge make that bullshit ass scorecard because we know Castaño win that fight. So they're not going to go for a fucking they're not going to go for a rematch. Like I don't think that Charlo's going to go for that rematch. I don't think Al Heyman going to put him out there again. So that shit going to go on, and then maybe Castaño going to lose or something going to happen where Charlo going to have to drop a belt or some shit like that, and it's going to be a whole nother reset. Now we got to get a whole nother reset, and that's what's going to happen in the heavyweight division. So who cares?
I mean, honestly, I kind of like what's going on in heavyweight. Those guys fighting. You seeing the fights. I mean, we see in the undisputed whenever we see undisputed, but Usyk just made a name for himself again. So let the games begin.
Well, Usyk made a name for himself for casual fans. He always been a name, in my opinion.
Well,
that's what I'm saying, though. We seeing the fight, though.
Well, I think though, just what Poetic said, it's gonna be hard to get that undisputed at this point. First of all, I don't think Usyk gonna be able to hold on to all three of them belts. I feel like he gonna lose one before the year over. Not by losing to somebody, but I feel like one of them sanctioning bodies gonna hate on his ass, and they gonna end up taking that belt away and giving it away to somebody because he not no big name like that. You know what I'm saying? So, them sanctioning fees, you gotta think about that side of it. I feel like one of them sanctioning bodies is gonna end up hating, and he gonna lose one of the belts, which is gonna further divide the division because one of these other dudes gonna end up picking up that belt, and then that's gonna be another fight we're gonna need to see in order to get that undisputed. So it's gonna be tough trying to make undisputed at this point. Real tough, man. And that's sad because we should have had undisputed in heavyweight years ago, man. So this shit.
Bro, I was just about to say, as a fight fan now, I'm getting to the point where I don't even give a fuck about undisputed no more because it's just so much. So with the politics and dudes not want to fight each other, then to promote, like, man, can we just get the best against the best? Fuck the belts. Fuck the belts.
But King David, let me ask you this though: the politics you saying in boxing, and one of the bodies do this or that. There's not many heavyweights out there, so who would they strip them for to give it to who?
Maybe one.
There's got a bigger name than Usyk.
I mean, the thing about the whole sanctioning body thing is it ain't that nobody's necessarily a big name per se to take over, but three sanctioning bodies coming out of one check.
Close the fucking door so you making noise.
Coming out of one check is better, or one sanctioning body coming out of one paycheck is better than three sanctioning bodies coming out of one paycheck. If you get what I mean, like the slice of the pie is bigger. You know what I'm saying? So if they ain't got somebody that's bringing that kind of draw in order to justify, like, not being assholes and stripping them, then they probably would be more inclined to, hate on somebody and get that belt to somebody else that's coming up. In which case they could take a bigger chunk out of they purse. You know what I'm saying? Versus keep them all together. And you got some dudes coming up like a Job and all these other dudes, that's making a name for themselves. So, I just don't have a whole lot.
But they're not gonna make more money though.
I mean, maybe not. I mean, I ain't gonna say whether they is or isn't, but I could see them doing it just because history has shown that they do shit like that. You know what I mean? Didn't they happen that the Andy Ruiz, I think, at one point ended up losing one of them belts or something like that? No, I don't know. Not Andy Ruiz, but I'm thinking about somebody. I'm thinking about somebody though. It was somebody recently, man, and one of the sanctioned bodies came up, and we seen even with with Loma, WBC, you know what I'm saying, when he tried to fight T.O. and they wanted him to fight Devin, he had to give up one of them belts, and just politics play a role and shit like that.
Yeah,
As
that was
time
the
go by.
franchise shit.
Yeah, he applied for the franchise. Loma did, so he didn't have to fight Devin Haney. But apparently the excuse is Loma wanted to fight T.O. desperately, so because of that, he gave up the belt. You know what I'm saying? But if the sanctioning body is trying to get you to fight one person, and you want to fight another person, then it's just gonna happen like that, where you probably gonna have to give up one of them belts in order to make the fight happen. And these
Yeah,
dudes
but this was a mandatory. So I
this
don't
was
know about the
mandatory.
other ones.
Didn't the WBO had a mandatory too?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
But yeah,
I
this
think
was
that this
definitely
wasn't.
AJ's mandatory.
This was the mandatory.
Yeah, this was definitely one of them. This was the IBF
Yeah.
mandatory, but I think he got a WBO mandatory as well that he's supposed to fight. And the thing about it is you gotta WB. I just don't have a whole lot of faith Usyk gonna be able to hold on them belts. If he does, great, but it's rough, especially when these dudes only fight one time a year and shit. It's tough to try to take care of all your mandatories and try to fight the people that people want to see you fight.
That's my point though. If Anthony Joshua was active, because he could at least have 1 or 2 fights in between this fight and that fucking Povetkin fight. If he was fucking active, and he probably would have had a better chance at winning this fucking fight, maybe even a split decision. But these niggas be out these man. Look, I ain't trying to call these grown ass men no bitches, because it's just boxing. But man, these niggas on some super duper extremely whole ass shit. Because these, man, I ain't trying to say bitch ass niggas, but these dudes keep fucking staying out the fucking ring, bro. Charlo deserved to lose. Both of them Charlos deserve to lose. Errol Spence don't deserve to win no fight for the rest of his fucking bitch ass career. Because these niggas keep staying out the fucking ring so fucking long, and then they go in there and look rusty, dusty, creepy as shit. And then they wonder why they fucking lose or don't look that fucking great. I'm getting sick and tired because I don't understand it. Okay, you got money, you got investments, you got some businesses, you don't really give a fuck about making money. What's the fucking point in you sparring and staying in shape for a whole year, 7, 8 months, and not fighting? Nigga, you might as well just fucking fight, nigga. I don't give a fuck if it's a fucking crab or some square, nigga. At least I might not like the damn Yildirim fight, but at least Canelo was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, damn. These niggas just don't fight.
Now.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
These niggas just don't fight. And when you think about it, they literally have no fucking reason not to just fight. Like, this shit is fucking stupid.
Yeah,
I don't. Go ahead, Kid Devin.
Now I was gonna say, I don't feel bad for these niggas, man, like with this shit. Because what it is they try to be too fucking greedy. That's what it is, man. They try to, okay, how can I make more money? Who can I can I fight this person? Wait, this person want to fight. Oh, I can make more money with this. Oh. Meanwhile, a whole goddamn year done passed by. And for these niggas to even decide one person to fight. And it's like, in that time, you could have fought 2 or 3 times, and you probably could have fought the motherfucker at the end of the year anyway, because she would have been there waiting for you, But I get it, like it's like a risk management type deal that they trying to take, but they go overboard with the shit, and they end up just trying to be too greedy at the end of the day. But go ahead, what you were gonna say, Brian?
I was gonna say, actually, I agree with Poetic and you. These dudes need to take control of their fucking career. They see these fights happening and they're losing the big money fights. Make the fight happen. Get on these damn promoters, man. Like, say shit. Make the fight. I want to fight this dude. Stop bullshitting. Because if you don't, look what happens. AJ didn't fight Wild. We had the Spence fighting and Crawford up in the air. It's just bullshit, man.
Facts.
Make the fight. Get on them, man. Get on these promoters, man, because they the ones that's greedy as fuck. Them and the sanctioning bodies. And the fighters are losing. You think about it.
Yep.
Yeah, they losing, but they don't realize they losing. Because they looking at it like, well, I could do one fight for the year and I could make $7 million, and it's an easy fight. So $7 million, that ain't bad. I could make $7 million and fight one dude. I'm good, or 5 million or whatever the number is. That's how they looking at it, which is cool. You can make $5 million a year, and that ain't bad. But if you think about it, versus what it is that you lose, and you could have fought maybe 3 times for the year, you could have probably made $4 million or $3 million per fight. That would have put you at what, $9 million for the year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you would have made more money, but not only that, but you would have built your star power in the long run, giving you the ability to be able to fight dudes and make 30 million. You know what I'm saying? Because when people want to see you fight, they're gonna pay for you. But these dudes don't understand that. They just try to coast on by, and they just try to do the bare minimum in order to survive. That's what the fuck they do. So motherfucker done forgot about their ass, and then they wanna take these fights and they wanna put these shits on pay-per-view like a bitch supposed to pay $80 for a motherfucker who I ain't seen in about 2-3 years. Bitch, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like you're talking about like a nigga like Tank, for example. He's 26 years of age and he hasn't had a big fight yet. Like, what the fuck is Floyd and them waiting on? He has all these opportunities from 130, but we know he can't make that weight. But from 135 to 140, endless amount of opportunities. And Tank can't fight, and he ain't fought nobody. Like, what the fuck?
True.
And then
we said that before,
saying if he beat Kambosos, it was a rematch in place with Lomo. Now he's saying he ain't gonna give Lomo a shot. He gonna move up to fight Josh Taylor or whoever.
Oh man, Teofimo. Oh Lord.
Man, Teofimo whole situation is just it's probably the most ridiculous situation in boxing right now, outside of the Ryan Garcia dude, because okay, you were supposed to fight Kambosos. That fight go to shit because coronavirus. Then y'all was supposed to reschedule it. Then you saying you don't want to fight him because of the location. And now, while y'all were in negotiations about the location before you denied that, your father already out here making plans, talking about some you fighting Lomachenko again, and then you denied that, and now that's denied. And then you were supposed to be fighting Kambosos still, and now you ain't fighting him, and now you talking about fighting fucking Josh Taylor?
Yeah, Trillin and pushed that fight back again, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard. I was supposed to make a video on that shit. They pushed it back again. It was supposed to be at Madison Square or some shit like that. Now it's been called off again. So I don't know what Teofimo doing.
Trillin like, man, why the fuck we about this shit?
Let Tom Rank do it.
Trillin like, why
look
the
how
fuck
much money he lost.
Yeah.
Man, that whole situation is stupid. He would have been better off just staying with fucking with Bob. Bob would have had you out there at least, but I don't know what's going on with this shit, man. I can only see this shit getting worse. They don't really care. They rich. They don't really care too much. I think it's just gonna get worse. I mean, of course, I feel like the only reason why we get the fights we get is because like they have no choice. Like, why are you, it gets to the point where it's like, well, we have no choice but to really just make this. So let's just make this fight. But at the end of the day, we're never going to get 100% what we deserve or what they should be doing. I think this shit just done with.
The case with Teofimo Lopez is funny, because I was just talking about how dudes try to get greedy, and Teo is a prime example of that. He should have just fought. He could have just fought Kambosos, could have stayed with Top Rank, could have took the 1 million, whatever Bob was asking him, could have got Kambosos out the way, and could have been on to the next. You know what I'm saying? He probably would have lost Kambosos. That's a whole nother story, but he could have fought him already. It would have been out the way, and he could have been on his next fight.
That was the dumbest business move I've ever seen in boxing, bro. Why not capitalize off of the fucking Floyd Mayweather weekend? You're fighting the day before. He said, I'll fight on Sunday, so why not? All the fucking boxing media is going to be in town anyway. They're going to come to your fight first, and then they'll go see Floyd now. Like, who told him to get like that shit was dumb, bro.
I'd be greedy.
Was that him or was that Triller?
That might have been Triller that did.
I don't care who it was. I'm just saying it was dumb. Like, why would y'all cancel that fight?
Actually, he could have fought Devin Haney already. He could have fought Devin Haney, made about 4 million.
Yeah.
He could have made about 4 million fighting Devin Haney, which I think before this Kambosos fight, his highest purse was what? I think it was like a 200,000 or something like that.
It wasn't much. That's why he was bitching and complaining about his contract.
So he still ain't getting no payday over here waiting around for Kambosos. Man, this like and don't nobody give a fuck no more. He had so much hype when he came after he won beat Lomachenko. So now dudes is losing interest, man. All the hype that we had for you is gone now at this point. Now you got to do something again. Order for us to look at you. You know, and Kambosos is not doing something. You know, even if you do manage to get by him, which that's gonna be a tough fight for your ass in the first place. Probably gonna look bad in that fight, honestly.
I ain't gonna lie, I want Teofimo to lose. He's a diva, bro. I don't like dudes like him.
If he lose,
oops, I mean Garcia. I don't like dudes like that. They bad for the sport of boxing.
Hey, no, that's one thing I can't. I know we sometimes don't like how Floyd moving Javante. But I can't give them credit for actively trying to get that Ryan. I know they've tried to get that Ryan Garcia fight like hard.
Yeah,
I don't think Ryan Garcia want that fight, and I don't think that Oscar was gonna let Garcia take that fight. At least not right now. But that's one fight that I know we could have got so bad, bro. We could have got that fight 100%.
Everybody wanted to see it too.
We wanted to see it getting my ass whooped.
Exactly.
That's it. Ryan Garcia ain't nobody.
So
I agree.
He trying to fight what JoJo Diaz now, ain't he?
Yeah, and both of them motherfuckers claim they wanted Haney. Haney called both of them Haney's mandatories, but neither one of them want to fight.
Man,
what is it about David Haney that got these dudes? I just don't get it.
And then they want to talk the most shit on top of that, like that dude Rolly, he the biggest bitch and all this stupid ass shit. Now, when it comes down to fight, now your ass don't know nothing about a fight. Fight? What fight? What? No, I don't box. That nigga talking a whole nother language and shit now.
Right.
Bro, Rolly, remember that nigga looks fucking like dog shit. Man, look. That last fight he had was trash as fuck.
Trash for real. Rolly, man, you know.
Ain't about to fight Tank next, right? Ain't he about to fight Tank, if I'm not mistaken?
Nah, I think he trying to. Is he? I don't maybe.
That's what I heard. Maybe. I heard Tank and Rolly in December. That's what I've been hearing.
I hope so. I want to see Tank fucking lay this dude out.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Put that man.
That's some bullshit.
What you
that
mean,
fight
bro?
better not happen.
It is some bullshit.
Hey, you know what? Floyd, hey, you know what your boy Floyd said, right? We're not going to make any other promotional company rich. We're fighting in-house. So yeah, man, that fight gonna happen, bro.
That's a bullshit fight.
I agree.
Tank don't need to fight him
at all.
Nah.
And you know it's gonna be on pay-per-view, right?
Man, y'all got me fucked up.
God. I ain't paying for that shit.
I might well take $80 and just rip that shit up and flush it down the toilet like AB did.
Hey, bro, speaking of which, I know this is a sidebar. This is off topic, but have y'all seen that Boosie movie yet?
Boosie movie, man. I ain't see it.
Yeah, it just came out yesterday, bro. And Boosie is one of my favorite rappers of all time. But the movie, oh my God. It is so bad, y'all. I can't believe he put that shit out.
Boosie got a movie?
Yes, I spent $20 and I felt like King David, where he just said about ripping it up and just burning the shit. That's basically what I should have did. With the movie ain't worth $1, y'all.
Boosie ain't got no movie.
Bro, Boosie just came out with a movie yesterday, bro. It's called My Struggle.
Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
It's called My Struggle. That name sound fitting, man.
If y'all ain't seen the movie, bro,
Struggle movie.
What that shit come out on?
Shit, it's on BoosieMovie.com, bro. That shit on, you gotta stream that shit. That shit.
I respect a black man trying to get on his grind.
Me too.
Movers, but don't be putting out no bull ass shit, man.
Bro, he too great for that shit, bro. I was shaking my head the whole time. Like, man, my wife, she walked out, nigga, in 5 minutes. She like, I can't watch this shit.
Hey, E.
I'm like, I'm about to get my money's worth. I mean,
hey, E.
Yes, sir.
Give me my goddamn cash app for that shit.
I know, right? Shit. I was hot watching that shit. Like, I can't believe this nigga put this shit out. Promoting that motherfucker like a bitch, too. Anyway, man, that's all I gotta say, man. I'm about to hop off this horn, y'all. Shit, y'all got any closing thoughts?
Oh man, I can just go ahead, Brian. Go ahead,
man. I'm gonna just say that I appreciate you guys. I haven't seen the fight, so I ain't had too much to add on shit, but I appreciate it. And hopefully my audio get right, so I won't be fucking stopping and shit. Sound like I'm on drugs and shit. But thank you, man.
Man, my shit fucking up too, bro. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. But go ahead, my bad.
Thank you, man. And Poetic, man, keep your head up, bro.
Poetic exited the building, man. What Poetic at?
I don't know where he at, bro. He was just
he did. He gone.
Don't say shit.
He gone.
Go ahead, King David. It's on you, bro.
Oh man, boxing is just, it seemed to be heating up right now, man. We got at least some fights to look forward to, man. Which, by the way, we got to talk about Sean Porter versus Terrence Crawford, man. I ain't really gonna talk about that, but we got some good fights coming up, and this whole AJ Usyk shit, man, changes everything, man. Now it's like we starting from scratch again, dog. Like with the whole shit. So now, we got to see a rematch and maybe a third fight and all this shit, and we waiting on Wilder Fury 3. The heavyweight division feel like the Young and the Restless right now, a little punk ass soap opera. So, we just I guess waiting for the next episode after the to be continued. So, good night of boxing though. It was a good fight, and we'll see what happens next. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all boys out here and everybody in the chat, the boys on the panel, Brian and the Black Picasso. Appreciate y'all for having me on, and we on to the next.
Hey, one more thing real quick, King David. Hey, look, man, if y'all don't know, I box in the Golden Gloves, right? And knock King David out in the 5th round, man. He ain't know that. He didn't want to say that shit. But I'm bullshitting. Like y'all say, man, I'm capping like a motherfucker.
You good, yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody that tapped in on the panel with me, King David, Poetic, and Brian Mackey, man. As always, it's a pleasure, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, E Thriller, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate
for sure.
You,
Peace,
putting out some good content, man. Appreciate you, bro.
No doubt, man.
Until
next time, man. We gone. Holla.
Holla.
Peace.